Alright, LG family, it is another Tuesday dump. Haven't done one of these in a while. Apologize for that, just didn't like the way that they were turning out. Want to try something new. But yeah, so another Tuesday dump for you all. And this time's gonna be a talking video. And we're gonna talk about the number one topic that I get the most questions. Home time. Go ahead and roll that intro. Alright, so first, let me start off by saying, like I do in all my videos, alright, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, you're officially part of the LG family, so welcome to the family. Now, you don't have to subscribe to be a part of the family, but it'd be greatly appreciated if you did. Awesome. And for those of you returning, this is another Tuesday dump or just another one of my videos. Welcome back. It's always nice to have you guys join me week after week and all that good stuff. And yeah, so like I said, the number one thing that everyone seems to ask me is home time, home time, home time, home time. And they more generally want to know home time for TMC, obviously. But I figured what I would do was I would try to generalize it or broaden it, not just for TMC, but for everything in general. Because a lot of you guys, you know, you're out there, you're looking to get into trucking, or you've gotten into trucking and you just got with a crap company and you're looking at your options, trying to see what you can do to better your situation. And that's what I'm making this video for. Alright, so to understand home time, there's a couple of things that we need to talk about. Trucking. Alright, it's not your typical 9-to-5 job, because it's not a 9-to-5 job. It's a lifestyle. It's a change. All right. It's not switching from working at, you know, McDonald's to Burger King. There's a lot that goes into it. And for you new drivers, male or female, I can't really speak for across the pond. I know it's way different for you guys over there, from what I've been told from a few of the LG family members. I can speak to the American trucking, obviously. It's an American trucking vlog channel, right? So for those of you that are new to trucking, there's different kinds of trucking. Now, you guys see it out on the road. You have your box vans, you have reefer vans, you got flatbeds, cattle, all this good stuff. Now, that personally, that's shooter's preference. Whatever you think you're going to enjoy, go ahead and do it. You might try box van and realize it's pretty boring opening doors all the days, or just doing dropping hooks all the time. Maybe you want a little bit more excitement, so then you, I don't know, get into flatbedding, get to use your hands more, spend more time outside in the elements, which I actually enjoy and think is rewarding, but that's personally me. But really what we need to talk about, especially for home time, is what kind of driving are you going to do, right? Are you going to be local driver? Are you going to be a regional driver, an over-the-road driver, right? Those really play into what kind of home time you're looking for, and that's what we really need to talk about. Now, easily, if we're talking the most time at home, local, right? I mean, that's the only way you're going to get the most home time. A lot of local stuff, right? It's home every night, which a lot of people are into, and that's what a lot of people want. They want to be home. You know, they have families, wives, children, husbands, whatever, and they want to be home. But me personally, I feel like, and this is just from what I've seen, I feel like local drivers, they really do a lot of work, and they really don't get a lot of home time. Like, yeah, I get you get to sleep in your bed every day, but if you're still working 11, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, by the time you get home, what? You're tired, you're exhausted, you're gonna wanna go to sleep. A lot of these local jobs, it's seniority based, it's you first start working there, you're the bottom of the totem pole. So what are you doing? You're working weekends, you're gonna work nights. So then you're gonna get home early in the morning as, you know, your family gets up and they go off to school or they go off to work. You're sleeping. By the time you get up and you get ready for your day at job or get ready to go to work, they're getting home. So yeah, maybe you get to enjoy a meal, maybe you get to lay in your bed, but it's like you're a ghost in your own house. And a lot of local jobs that I've seen, you know, like I said, it's seniority based, so you might get like a Tuesday and a Wednesday as your weekend, you know, and you got to work your way up. And some people enjoy that, and if that's something you're into, then definitely check it out. But for me, I don't like that. This doesn't sound fun at all. All right, so now that we've talked about local, the last two you got regional and over the road. Regional, I don't know, the best way to explain it is running within the state that you live, or maybe the surrounding states in, like, you know, like a circle, right? It's pretty much keeping within, like, you know, a few hundred miles of the house, or within, like, I believe 500, maybe 600 at most around your house, because a lot of regional guys and gals, they go home every weekend, or, you know, they swing through the house during the weekday whenever they get a moment that they can stop in and they can see the family and all that good stuff. And then your last but not least is over the road. All right, your OTRs. And an OTR, or over the road driver, you're, I don't know, coast to coast. You're running weeks at a time. You could go to Canada, all that good stuff. And what I used to do, I mean, I used to be like a heavy runner. I would run 3 weeks at a time. And depending on that, depends on how much money you're gonna make. Obviously, the big thing that you're gonna scale out is more home time, less money, more money, less home time, right? And those are the things that you really need to take into consideration when you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do, who you're gonna drive for, what are you getting in that truck for? And that's a real big thing that a lot of guys struggle with. Obviously, they want to do it. Obviously, they want to do it for the money, but also, you know, they're family men and women, and I've seen a lot of guys that have come in and done their 5 weeks of training and then just quit because they miss their family. And so definitely, before you get into trucking, for you new drivers, think about that. Think about what you're doing this for. If you're doing it for your family, but you need the money, you're getting less home time. That's just how it's gonna be. Now that we have covered pretty much the basics of trucking, let's get into home time, all right? What kind of home time can you expect? I don't know. All right, I can give you, honestly, truthfully, just to be 100%, because I don't want to lie. I don't want to throw some BS out there, tell you guys one thing, and then you get mad at me because it wasn't like that. Because home time is always one of the it is the hardest question to truly answer. What is my home time going to be like? See, because one, it's going to be based on, are you doing local? Are you doing regional? Are you doing over the road? All right. Are you doing box van? Are you doing flatbed? Are you doing reefer? What are you doing? These are the basics. You need to understand that. So know that that's going to affect what you're doing. I mean, local, you know you're going to be home every day on local, right? But you don't know until you get there, or you talk to the company, are you going to be running days? Are you going to be running nights? So you're going to have the weekends off? What are you going to do? So if you're going to go local, ask those questions. Ask, what am I doing? Am I a day shift runner, or am I a night shift runner? My weekends, what am I looking at for weekends? And also, I mean, they might be like, oh yeah, you're going to run it every day, Monday through Friday, you're going to have the weekends off. All right, cool. But what's it pay? You know, are you, a lot of times local stuff is hourly. And if it's hourly, I mean, you're gonna wanna get as many hours as you can, but again, you're just gonna be a ghost at home. So think about that. Regional, all right, you're gonna do what I do. I go home every weekend. If you guys haven't noticed from my vlogs, I go home every single weekend. I used to be a runner. I mean, don't get me wrong, it made phenomenal money. It was really cool how much money I made as a runner. But again, home time. What's it gonna do for your home time? And that was the thing, is I made a compromise with, you know, my wife, a few years over the road, and then I would get something local or be home every night, and did that for a couple years. And I love my family, but man, it sucked, right? And you're so used to making a certain level of income to give that up for less than half of what you were making. And so you gotta think about that. And then over the road drivers, all right? Maybe you're single, you don't have family, you don't have any attachments, and you just wanna hit the road. That's also an option. Something, you know, keep in mind, think about. All right, so jumping all over the place. But yeah, home time. Again, based off of local, regional, over the road. What kind you're gonna do, either box van, flatbed, reefer, cattle, tanker, whatever you're choosing. And then home time is also based off of the company. You gotta think about, and you gotta ask, when you go to another company, what's the company offering? Are they offering nightly, every weekend, every other weekend? These are things you need to ask and think about. You need to be asking these questions when you go to companies or when you're applying to companies. What are their home times? What are they offering? Are there some companies out there that'll lie to you? Yes. I've found companies that have lied about their home time, and it's really discerning. And just be careful. I know there's a lot of Facebook pages out there for like new CDL drivers talking about different companies. And if you put a question out there and you ask about a company and you get like 1,000 answers saying don't go there, you probably don't want to go there. All right. But a lot of other companies, they are at least honest and upfront, and they tell you what their home time is, right? Like TMC. TMC offers home every weekend. Now, is that true? Yes, it's true. I go home every weekend. I want to go home, TMC sends me home. If I want to run, TMC lets me run. And that's one of the things that I like about TMC. They don't BS you up front. And I know some people will say, yes, they do, this and that, and some people have bad taste, and that's fine. TMC is not for everybody. You're not gonna be able to please everybody, but I can tell you from being here for over 6 years, I haven't been lied to, all right? It's been forward, upfront, and honest. I wanna go home, I get home. If I wanna run, they let me run. It's that easy. If I need a day off during the week, you know, as long as I give them a heads up, they're willing to help me out. And that's what you need to be out there, you need to be checking. Because again, some companies out there, you don't get to choose when you get to go home. They tell you when you get to go home. And I'm sorry, but no, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna tell me when and when I can't go home. That's not gonna happen. So just be careful when you guys are looking into companies and you're trying to figure it all out, okay? Here's a big thing, and I'm gonna use TMC as an example, and I imagine this example works for any other company out there. All right, TMC tells you can be home every weekend. Awesome. So if I wanna go home every weekend, they send me home every weekend. Now the big thing is though, there's no set time. There's no guarantee what time I'm gonna get home on Friday. There's a lot of different factors. How far away am I from the house? Is there traffic? Is there construction? Is there an accident? Did the customer take forever to unload me, or did it take forever to load me? You know, where am I at? Big cities, small cities. There's a lot of that stuff that's gonna go into that consideration of home time. What time are you gonna get home on Friday? All right, I know a lot of guys are like, man, I wanna be home at noon. That ain't gonna happen, broski, all right? That's not a possibility. You just gotta keep that in mind. If that's what you truly think is gonna happen, no, it's not. I'm gonna burst your bubble right now. It's not happening. Don't lie to yourself, and don't let anybody ever lie to you. That's not gonna happen, all right? And then again, Sundays, if I'm rolling out Sundays, what time am I rolling out? Well, I don't know. How far do I have to go to the customer? How far away is the customer? Because you know, you wanna get parked up. The thing TMC does is they want you to park up by 9 p.m. on Sunday. You're not forced to, but it's highly encouraged, and there is an incentive program to incentivize you to do that. And yeah, so if you're parking up by 9 p.m., what time am I rolling out Sunday? Well, it depends on how far away the customer is. Is it an hour away, 2 hours away, 5 hour away? You know, and that's something else you got to think about. Pro tip, I guess you could call it. A lot of guys, they want to be really close to the house on Friday so they can get home sooner. All right, cool. But do you think you're gonna get a load that picks up near the house that delivers near the house? Unless you're local, that ain't gonna happen. So now guess what? You just picked up near the house, but that load's gonna go 300, 400, 500 miles away. So then on Sunday you're rolling out, you got 500 miles to drive. Guess what time you're rolling out Sunday? In the morning. All right, so keep that in mind. Pro tip, in a nutshell, all right, all together, home time, you gotta take into consideration, all right, again, am I local? Am I regional? Am I over the road? Am I doing box van, flatbed, reefer? What am I hauling? Is it no touch freight? Am I doing all the load, or the loading, unloading, stuff like that? What is the company that I'm going to? What do they offer? Do they offer the opportunity to be home every weekend? Do they offer the opportunity to be home every other weekend? Or are they going to tell me when I get to go home? Because again, if they're going to tell you when you get to go home, don't freaking go there. Are you out of your mind? You got to plan for your week, all right? You plan out how to start your week so that way you know how you're going to end your week. And at the end of your week, you can already plan out the beginning of your week, so it continuously has that rotation going. I know it's a mouthful, I know it's a lot to think about, but these are the things that you guys need to think about. And what I decided to do, and I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but if you guys watch my vlog, this episode right here, this episode I started putting in what time I leave out and what time I get home each week. All right, and that's what I'm doing for all my vlogs going forward, is I'm gonna put time I rolled out and what time I got home, so then that way you guys can keep track. It's honest. It's easier to show you, and you'll see there is no set time. You're gonna see it sporadic. You can take it and you can probably average it out and see what my average is. But again, you're gonna notice that I'm not rolling out at 5 every Sunday, or I'm home at 3 every Friday. It's gonna be varied, and that's the only way I can really explain home time to you guys. I don't really know any other videos out there that really explain home time. Just take it with a grain of salt. Do plenty of research. Don't just believe somebody right off the bat. If you don't believe me, you don't believe this video, I mean, YouTube it. Do as much research as you can. And I'm going to tell you that's pretty much how home time runs. I can't give you the definitive answer. Nobody can give you a definitive answer, all right? It's all gonna come down to you. Just know, when you're new, no matter where you go, when you're a new driver, it's gonna take you time. Your home time's probably gonna suck when you start, no matter where you go. You're gonna have probably crappy home time, but just work at it, get smoother, get faster, get better. Remember, you gotta crawl, walk before you can run. Keep that in mind, no matter where you go. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I was cleaning the truck. I brought you guys along with me when I cleaned my truck. And now I'm back at the house. My wife thinks she broke her foot. And we're gonna edit this up. And yeah, talk to you guys on another Tuesday Dump. Later.